Hello and welcome to Matt's B-Movie Reviews, a show that looks at cult films that may have escaped your radar. Valentine's Day special! That's right folks, it's Valentine's Day, or near enough for me to release this video anyway. I'm going to be spending the day with someone very dear to me. Well, I didn't think it was that funny. So anyway, moving on, I'll be looking at two movies that really sum up the holiday for me. Well, maybe not actually, because that'd probably make me some sort of sociopath. So I'll be looking at 1981's My Bloody Valentine. Here's the plot. In the mining town of Valentine's Bluff, everyone's getting ready for the first Valentine dance in 20 years. Why is that, you ask? Well, it seems that there was a mining disaster on the very night of the very last Valentine's dance. 6 miners were trapped underground. This was all due to the foreman sneaking off for the Valentine's Day dance. There was only one survivor from this tragic event, Harry Warden, who took swift justice against the foreman who left him to die with the rest of the men. It seemed that the cave-in cost him his sanity, and he warned the town that if they ever repeated a Valentine's Day dance, he would be back to murder whosoever was celebrating it. So cut to the present, well, 1981, and people start to turn up dead with their hearts ripped out and put in candy-shaped boxes. Nice. The sheriff has no choice but to cancel the Valentine's Day dance, but that doesn't stop a group of local teens from setting up their own fun in the local mine. Not a good idea. Will Harry Warden make an exception this year, or is their party going to turn into a bloodbath? What do you think? So firstly, I want to say that this movie was an effort to jump on the bandwagon of the slasher boom that struck during the 1980s. I mean, after Friday the 13th, which is actually a copycat movie of Halloween anyway, every major and minor holiday has been covered by some sort of stalk and slash film. Unbelievable. I still haven't seen April Fool's Day. Heard good things. I even read on Internet Movie Database that the director simply looked through what days and holidays had been used and settled on Valentine's Day because it seemed the most unique. Also, when they started work on the project, they named it The Secret, just to keep any copycats from copying their idea. There's a copycat of a copycat anyway, so whatever. Strange actually, because I seem to be watching a lot of slasher movies within the last 6 months. I've had Christmas Evil, a New Year's Evil, and now this. Bearing in mind the slasher film is not actually my favourite subgenre of horror, so... But what sets this movie apart from the rest is probably a lack of blood. Yeah. Saying that, I watched this on Netflix and I'm not actually sure if I saw an uncut version or an R-rated version or whatever the hell it was. The gore and effects are not really established, so in my opinion the kills weren't overly creative anyway. One guy seems to get it when he gets his face stuffed into a pot of boiling wieners. That's hot dogs, if you're English. Other kills include a pickaxe through the chest, since this guy is obviously a miner, and a couple who sneak off in the mine to have some alone time get drilled. But this is all done off camera, so do we really care? I'd say the best kill for me in this film is probably when the old woman gets it in the laundrette and gets stuffed into one of the hot dryers and we see her smoking corpse coming out when the sheriff finds it. Surprisingly, Quentin Tarantino himself has praised this film for being one of the better slashers of the era. This has probably got something to do with the fact that this film does try to have a plot rather than just simply some guy picking people off for no reason. I say tries, I'm not sure if it succeeds, but it does try very hard. We even have a love triangle with main man TJ trying to win back his ex-girlfriend Sarah. It turns out he left town sometime before the events of the movie to pursue a career that failed and he was forced to come back to his hometown. In the meanwhile, Sarah is now going out with Axel. Axel actually has an interesting story out because he has to choose between his best friend who's returned and his current girlfriend. That's probably quite a lot of plot for these slasher films to be fair, so enjoy it. All that being said, everything else is pure set dressing and stupid characters wander into the killer's hands with shocking rapidity. Why? Why? I don't want to crap on the film too much because horror fans actually hail this as one of the better slashers from the 80s. I myself could be looking at this with tainted vision because I actually saw the 2009 remake years ago before I even saw the original. This is where I'm going to divide people's opinions. If I had to choose between the original and the remake, I'd actually choose the remake because I think it's kind of a slicker, cooler movie in itself. Plus it stars Jensen Ackles, who I admire as an actor for his portrayal of Dean Winchester in the Supernatural TV series I've been watching for the last 10 years. He's clearly a better actor in the remake than anyone who appeared in the original, so There you go. Also, veteran actor Tom Atkins, yes, Tom Atkins of Halloween 3 and Night of the Creeps fame, is in the remake. He plays a retired sheriff, and actually when I saw the remake back in cinemas, I figured that he was in the original. So I was really looking forward to seeing it just for his appearance, but he doesn't actually show up in this movie. And that was a major letdown. I want to say that actually My Bloody Valentine was the first movie I saw in the New Technologies Real D 3D in cinemas, and it was an absolute hoot. I've since seen it in 2D and it seemed to have lost some of the translation. 3D gimmick and some of the shots that they employ, like a guy getting a pickaxe through the jaw and getting dragged while we're on the other end of the camera, was really good, and I enjoyed the 3D bit where his jaw gets ripped off and thrown into the audience. My Bloody Valentine, the remake, felt like a really roller coaster ride, and I really enjoyed it. So how I'm going to rate these movies? I think overall I'm just going to say that My Bloody Valentine 1981 is a very watchable slasher movie, and you should definitely check it out this Valentine's Day. But if you had the choice, I would highly recommend checking out the My Bloody Valentine 2009, because that is, like I say, a roller coaster ride and a mishmash of whodunit, mystery goodness. Mystery goodness? Whatever, just go see it and tell me what you thought of it. So that's it. I really hope you enjoyed my Valentine's Day movie review. So as usual, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye! Or it's just forced into situations where he meets weird people that he wouldn't want to associate with. This is what you get for 105 minutes of pure boredom.